Hey everyone, it's Ian at ESLExperts.com. Today I'm going to show you how to use our resource Well Say Something for your online lessons using the LearnCube platform. I've already downloaded our resource. Here it is. Well Say Something. Open that up. You've got your PDF version here for your in-person or classroom activities and your virtual cards for your online lessons. Open that up. You've got three other folders here: constraints, game board, and phrases. So this is everything you need for your today's online lesson. Now, I've already logged into my LearnCube and started a class. Here it is. Here's the whiteboard. If you're unfamiliar with LearnCube, I would go check it out. It's great for online lessons, for one-on-one, and for small groups. It's free, it's simple to use, and I use it basically every day. Now, to get this game set up, first we're going to make the screen a little bit smaller, about half the size. And then come to your virtual cards here, do the same thing. The goal is to be able to see your whiteboard and your virtual cards at the same time. So we're going to start with our game board first. Open that up. I'm going to use the vertical version today. I'm going to highlight it. Now, this whole setup is based on copy and paste, copy and paste. So for me, I'm on a Mac. So I'm going to use Command-C and Command-V for copy and paste. If you're on a PC, go ahead and use Control-C and Control-V for copy and paste. So, click on your image, Command-C. Click on your whiteboard, Command-V. Go ahead and let it load. Alright, good start. Now let's go to the constraints. Now it's important to start with the constraints first, and we'll talk about that later. So open it up. Here we've got 28 different constraints, from A2 level all the way to the B1 level. Okay. Now, today I'm going to set up a little lesson, little game for some A2 students. So, what we're going to do, same thing like the game board. I'm going to click on my image. I'm going to Command-C and Command-V. Command-C, Command-V. And you just continue like that. You can use as many or as few constraints as you'd like. Today I'm going to use 6. And there we go. All of my constraints are pasted onto my game board. Great. Now go back to your whiteboard. Click on the game board. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Now the goal is to match the size of your game cards here with the game board in the background, just to make it look nice for your students. I'm going to go ahead, center that. Done. Come back over here. Let's go to our phrases. We've got 108 different phrases to choose from. Now, I'm going to start with click the image, Command-C. Come over here to whiteboard, Command-V. Command-C, whiteboard, Command-V. There you go. It goes really quickly, and it's important to do the constraints first because as you can see, the game cards are being pasted one on top of another. And that's why the game board goes first, because you want it to stay in the background. There we go. So I've got all my phrases, I've got my constraints. So now we come to the whiteboard. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the phrase. I'm going to bring it here down to the phrase section of the game board. And do that with all of them. Make it nice and neat for your students. Bring them all down here until you get down to where your constraints are. Just like that. Perfect. Now go ahead and make this full screen. And there you go. You are ready to play. Now, the point of this game is you have person A, who says a phrase in the middle of a conversation, and you have person B, who needs to respond to that phrase within these constraints. For example, our neighbors are always arguing. Person B might say, maybe in your next apartment, your neighbors will be nice and calm. Now, we're done with that phrase, so what we can do is we click on it, go down to our tools, and we can go to remove selected object. Boom, and now we have a new phrase. We can use the same constraint if we'd like, so are you still volunteering at that environmental organization? I won't be for long because I have found a new cause to fight for. Okay, great. Now, if we want a new constraint, go ahead, click on the constraint card, and again, remove the selected object. And if we want, we can even get a new phrase card here by doing the same thing. Boom. An old lady fell down the stairs yesterday. Make a comparison. That's not as bad as what happened at the restaurant yesterday. Something like this, right? This game is really fun for all levels of students, even your more advanced level. You'll be surprised by their responses when they're given this kind of a context. And it's a lot of fun. You'll have fun, they'll have fun. And like you've seen here, it's easy to set up and it's easy to play. So, as always, enjoy the resource and happy teaching.